So we're going to review the 4 different exercises that we did when you were here. We're going to use the dowel for one, where you're reaching overhead for shoulder or overhead flexibility. The snow angel, which is coming up to the side. And then I'll show you the standing kind of overhead reach and the kind of modified backstroke. So the first one, all these can be pretty much done standing or laying in bed. The first two will be done in bed or on the ground, whatever you're more comfortable getting into position. So I'm laying on my back. If you want to use a pillow, that you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. We're using the dowel. You can start down in here in this position. I choose my grip. It's easier if your hands are a little wider. It requires a little range of motion when you're going over top, and you make it more challenging with the range of motion by having your hands a little closer together. So I start a little wider than shoulder width, hands on top of the bar on top of my thighs, coming up nice and controlled to where you can kind of tolerate. I think we got to about here. If you start to feel some discomfort at the onset, kind of stop right there. If you could do a brief pause there for a second or two, that's desirable. But again, we don't want to elicit too much pain or discomfort. The goal is to go, as far as you can. And we're doing about 5 to 10 reps of these. If you can do 2 sets of 5 or a set of 10, that's what we want to accomplish. After we've done that one, the next one is a snow angel. I'm going to kind of demonstrate. Sorry, the reason I came over then was because it went to low battery. I'm going to demonstrate it sitting up, just so you can see the range of motion kind of from the front, and then we'll do it from the actual position. So the movement you're mimicking is this kind of movement here, like a snow angel. But we're doing it laying down. And remember, this one was uncomfortable for when I had you do it standing. It was also a little challenging when you were laying down, but I start with my palms facing up, and then I'm just kind of sliding on the bed to where I can. Obviously if you can go all the way up, that's desirable. And again, 5 to 10. If you can do 10 in a row, that's great. If you want to split it into 2 sets of 5 and take a little break in between, that's fine too. Nice and controlled pace the whole time. The other exercises you can do in standing or sitting, just due to the proximity with the camera, and I can demonstrate it. Sitting down. So the first one is starting with your hands on top of your palms. If you are, your hands on top of your thighs, or if you're standing in this position too, this gives you a little more range of motion. Going from here, coming up, touching your shoulders, and then reaching overhead to wherever you can. Goal is to go all the way up, but we got you to about here when you're here, the evaluation. Don't go into a lot of pain, just go to the onset of difficulty or discomfort. And doing 5 to 10 of these. If you do 10, that's great. If you can do 5, try and do 2 sets. But again, discomfort is the indicator of how long you go. If it starts to really ache, then you kind of stop it for the day. The final one is the modified backstroke, where you're kind of doing the stroke as if you're swimming in the pool. I'm kind of showing full range of motion right here. But if you need to, remember we kind of modified it where you weren't going as high and you're kind of going off to the side, just like so. 5 to 10, just like that on either side.